Hey Internet, it's Gunter with MiniMishaps, and today we have a fun little project. Nintendo had their Animal Crossing Direct basically announced they were going to do a second version of the game. And as you guys know, when we cover nerdy stuff that isn't specifically D&D or role-playing games, that we like to make miniatures for the D&D and role-playing games, and in this case we are going to be we've 3D printed Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and we're going to just paint her up real quick. So I know that miniatures and miniature painting and role-playing games and the Otherverse are all definite passions of mine, but I have really enjoyed Animal Crossing, and I am pretty excited for this update. It's something that kind of brought our family together during the pandemic because we could do events in-game, remotely from the two different switches in the two different houses, and so it has some fun significance. And then there is a lot more Animal Crossing characters on Thingiverse than I expected to find. Isabelle was the only one of the game characters, like the NPCs or staff characters, that I found right away. Obviously, if you have favorites or you play the game, you could let us know if you wanted us to continue more content like this. But I had this sort of sunrise yellow already available, and I just mixed it with some orange for the kind of orange tan of her ears and ponytail there. And then we got out we tried a couple of different reds. The first red was the red that we got as a promotional paint from the Expo, Reaper Expo online virtual thing. We got their box, and the red here was it's nice, but it's very watery, and it bled into the 3D print lines because that's just the thing that happens when you paint 3D printed miniatures. But we got the red covered. We got her sort of coral colored shirt set up that way. The eyes and nose and mouth, I think, all turned out pretty good. As far as replicating a two-dimensional cartoon onto a physical 3D piece of plastic, it's a little bit different, a little bit tricky, but I think it turned out pretty good. And we will get, as Isabelle doesn't have a base yet, but don't know that will happen unless somebody says they want to use an Isabelle-like character in D&D, but that's okay. That happens with some of our weirder holiday fun commemoration projects. So we got the last of the white on for the teeth and the inner eye, and we'll get her up on the spinner here. You can take a look at how she turned out. So it's definitely hard to paint the 3D printed lines, but this was fun. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks, Internet.